Welcome, race fans, to another special race for the Crooked Line Racing Monday Night Super Late Model Series. Got just a little bit of money on the line tonight. $15 iRacing credits to tonight's winner. I'm joined in the booth with my good buddy Jason Raymond. He's the driver number 44 typically, but tonight he's joining me in the booth. Mr. Jason Raymond, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Alrighty, now folks, you have to bear with me. Jason just got a new mic, so I'm trying to fix the sound and everything. So Jason, if you could, just keep talking to me. Let's see what the sound looks like.
Alright, and I'm just going to talk about this. Usually, Monday nights, if you tune in on the OSR network, this number 99, he was a Season 1 champion. He usually runs the blue car, but Tanner put him up to a challenge to run a pink car. He said he didn't think he'd run a pink car, and Carol had to go and prove him wrong. And you see right there, the pink number 99 machine. And I think if I can look on my end, he's currently sitting second on the board, so he shows great speed every week, and he's continuing to show that as we're going to be wrapping up practice here in a little bit. There's still a little bit of time. We got session started up a little late, but we currently have about, I can't even see. I don't even know. We have at least, let me look and see if I can see lap times. My thing is not working. Well, we have at least 25 drivers in here, so that's a pretty decent field. I have never done Iowa with a super late model, so I'm not sure what to really expect here. Usually I'm out on track, but I've never done this, and Tanner needed help, so I figured I'd hop up in here. And I don't know, I want to say I'm glad. I'm not a biggest fan of this track, so
What?
I'm not the biggest fan of this track. I can't say that. I was gonna say I don't really have success here, but I finished 5th here last time I raced here, so I can't really say I'm not a fan. It'd be kind of messed up to say. But go ahead.
Got about 4 minutes and 50 seconds left of practice, but I did just give the go-ahead to Mr. Joshua Sexton to advance the session. Mr. Raymond, I'm actually going to send you down there, and you can tell him to advance it, and then I'll pull you back in just a second.
Alright.
Alrighty, folks, so for tonight, like I said, $15 iRacing credits, and if you could, when y'all hear Raymond talk tonight, he just went out and bought him a brand new headset, so if y'all could, let us know what he sounds like. If he needs to be turned down, turned up, trying to experiment on his voice settings with a new mic. We had it all hammered out for the other mic, but then he switched it up on me, and been having some audio issues as of late as well. So hopefully everything's all squared away and sounding good and pristine on y'all's end. His mic sounds a lot better. I still have the same USB mic. It is on a boom, so I look halfway professional, but not as professional as I could be. Mr. Raymond, did you get the go-ahead from Mr. Sexton?
Yes, sir. He just advanced there right now.
Alrighty, 10-4, folks. So we're getting ready to go into qualifying. And now, to speak about qualifying, we see the 99, 93, and a 2 car all get damaged right then. Qualifying tonight, folks. Open qualifying format. What does that mean? Every car is going to be out there on the track. You get 10 minutes to put down the best possible lap you can. There's a lot of people not even remotely close to being a fan of this type of qualifying. I personally love it. I love it. Now, the way NASCAR used to do it, everybody would go and just sit at the end of pit road and wait until they could pull off with a pack to use the draft as their benefit. I didn't like that. I like it when they just go out there and they just use the 10 minutes, and the best man, best woman, best driver is going to come out on top. Jason, how do you think? What's your thoughts about an open qualifying versus our typical solo car qualifying?
To be honest, I kind of prefer to be single car qualifying. You don't have to worry about other people making mistakes and getting caught up in it and ruining your qualifying laps. Where if you're alone, you can still make the mistakes and ruin your lap. But if you ruin your lap, that's on you. There's no chance of somebody else messing up your qualifying laps if you're single car qualifying.
That is a very good point. So what Jason is getting at there, I'm going to reiterate it. When you go out here on the track, if you are to make contact with the wall or anything like that when you're on a solo qualifying, if you get any type of incident points, meaning make any contact whatsoever, your lap is automatically not counted. So you think about that when there's 20 other drivers taking a lap. If another driver gets loose, you wreck into him, or something as simple as just a little nudge where you're drafting behind somebody, you give them a little bump draft, then your lap is not going to count either. So that's something that you really got to be mindful of, especially in these open qualifying formats.
Yeah, personally, I haven't really done much open qualifying, so I can't really judge anything. I can't give an example or anything, but I don't know. I feel like you're better off with single car because you don't really, like I said, you don't have to worry about other people. Plus, you can just focus on hitting your marks and not having to look up in the mirror, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm looking here right now. Ian Plash just went top of the board. Knocked Alex Coffey off the top spot. Alex Coffey put down a lap, went back in, but now look, at 7 car, he saw he got beat. He's coming back out there. That's what you're going to see a lot of guys do. They're going to put down a lap. They're going to think, okay, that's a good enough lap. And then lo and behold, somebody beats. He's like, I got to go back out there. So that's another thing I like about open qualifying. Normally, I try to do 2 laps, go back in the pits, get clean tires, fresh tires, come back out. But with this setup tonight, so typically we run a custom fix setup. The admin team at Crooked Line and Mark Arthur, a good guy that's good at making setups, we all get together and we make the setup for us. But this week, we're running just what iRacing has. They're typically not as good. They're a little bit tighter, but in the same time, when I say they're tighter, they can be looser. They can be weird. They can be really tight in the center of the corner, and they just out of nowhere snap loose on exit. So, with a 100-lap race, only one set of tires, when I hear somebody start to say tighter, that makes me really, really start to worry about that right front. That some of these drivers also have got to be mindful of here tonight. Now, speaking of Chris Carroll, that 99, like you said, last season's champion, he has elected to not take a lap, and that is because he has taken the challenge that I made last week. I said, Chris, not only will you drive a pink car, or you won't drive a pink car, but you also will not start in the back. So we're going to actually pull up Mr. Carroll to go along with the pink car. I told him you can't start in the back and win. So like I mentioned earlier, there's $15 up on the line. If Chris Carroll takes that 99, starts at the very, very back of the field and can put that 99 up front, then he will win $25 iRacing credit, extra $10. We're actually joined now by Mr. Carroll, number 99, last season's champion. Chris Carroll, you got a copy?
Got a copy, Tanner Mark.
So, Chris, if you could, just pop in your car real quick, just on pit road. You don't have to move or anything, but just hop in your car. There we go. I see it now. You're good. I got you pulled up. So, folks, I'm sure if y'all watch the OSR network on Monday nights, you're pretty accustomed to seeing this 99 up front, but it's probably a little bit different color. It's probably more blue than it ever has been pink. Chris, what in the world made you paint this car pink?
Well, I remember during the race, Tanner Mark said he is tired of chasing a blue 99 car. And I said, well, what color do you want me to paint it? You said, let's paint it pink. So you offered the challenge. I am up for the challenge to start in the back, sir.
So there you go, folks. He just accepted it. Not only did he accept the pink car, which I'm a fan of pink cars. Jason Raymond does a lot of color changes from the MF Racing Design. So MF Racing Designs paints my cars, and then Jason Raymond will make different color variants of them. And I mean, y'all see me run pink cars and everything. So there ain't no shame in my game to run pink car. But I'll be honest, Chris, it's really strange seeing that 99 in pink. But it does look really mean. I can't lie.
It feels strange in the cockpit. I'm sitting there and I see pink everywhere. I'm like, oh, it's a little different.
It makes you happy a little bit, don't it?
I wouldn't say that, but we got a pink car.
So, Jason Raymond, you're seeing that car. You've obviously seen the 99 whenever he was lapping you, the original version, the blue version. Which one do you like better?
Okay, whoa. I wouldn't say he's lapping me. I mean, I'm chasing him, yeah. I've seen a lot of his back bumper, but I don't know. I gotta say, I like the pink one better. Maybe just because it's a change of scenery for me to look at instead of, the same old blue, but I'm gonna say the pink one.
I knew you were gonna say that, Raymond.
I
Hey
truly,
man, I already said it earlier too, so you already knew it was coming.
I truly feel like I think I like the pink one better too, Carol. And now that's funny to say I think I like it, but I truly feel like I like the pink one better.
Well, I feel like you two are trying to make this a regular thing, and that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
I think there should be a shame bet placed on here too, there, Tanner. I
What?
got all the odds stacked against me.
So what?
I
What
think
are we
should-
thinking?
I think if you lose this bet, you have to run down your street in a towel, and your wife's got to take a picture of it.
No, that's too much. Just only reason why.
Wait, what?
Oh, the only reason why I say that's too much is I live out in the boonies. That's like no harm, no foul. I could do that and nobody would ever see anything. Let's keep it to iRacing. What's something if you was to come out starting last and win this race tonight? What is something that I need to do? I'll do it for the entire season.
You and Raymond got to paint your cars pink the entire season.
All right, we'll run a pink car the entire season. Now, if you come out here,
Whoa, hold on. What the? I just got a brand new car, man. You gonna make me change it all up?
it's gonna be pink.
What about
If he wins.
What if we make Tanner make an appreciation post of how much he loves Chris Carroll?
No, that's I like the pink car thing. I think
Your favorite color is pink. Of course, you're gonna love that.
that's not my favorite color, but I like it on a race car. But I think that adds good stakes because then on the flip side of that, Mr. Carroll, if you don't win tonight, you gotta have the pink car all season long next season.
All season long. Well, the odds are stacked against me. I don't know that you can put a shame bet on me. I mean,
Okay.
Only 99-1 the odds
Right.
to win this race from the back.
But you are last season's champion. You won how many races?
I don't know.
27.
6.
Like,
I think
that's what it felt
I think you won 6 out of 12, Chris. That's
Yeah, that
You're-
sounds about right. But
you're batting
I'm cutting
500
you off,
right there.
Tanner. No, I'm cutting you off, Tanner. Chris, how about this? Tanner has to run the pink car because he's.
I'll
the one
do
that
it.
made the bet. I get to keep my brand new car.
All right,
And
this is it.
Fair.
This is it. Listen,
Maybe I'll throw some pink on it. I don't know.
Chris, if you finish inside the top 3 with a 8x or under, we'll say you win the bet.
10-4, driver.
Does that sound good? And now, if
Yes,
you,
sir.
what if you win this thing, but you have a 13, 14x? Are you running pink all season?
Can you get through there with a bunch of new guys on an 8? That's gonna be tough.
I don't know. Should I register as a racer and just go bash him up so that he has to?
What-
Raymond just
we-
tells me to turn one.
Then we won't do it for the whole season. We'll do it just for a few races. All right.
All right, I'll take that bet.
That sounds good because
We can get it.
I have a brand new car that I just unveiled too. So like I don't want to have to change all the colors on it because it's mean right now. I love it. So, but if you get up in the top 3, I'll hold up my end of the deal with under an 8x, 8x or below, and that's what we'll do. That sounds good to me.
I'm down for that.
All right, folks. So not only do we have $15 on the line, and Chris Carroll's got $25 on the line, he also has the shame bet of running a pink car for a few races in the new Crooked Line Super Late Model Monday Night Series. It's going to be Season 6, firing up in about 2 weeks. Next week, Chris, I want to get your thoughts on this. We're going to the Charlotte Oval next week for quite a bit of money. There's going to be some money on the line in that one. But instead of the actual big Charlotte track, we're going to the Legends Oval. How do you feel about that, driver?
I like that place. It's really fun. If you can get a bunch of guys that can race each other with respect, that is a really fun run around. And I'm hoping we all don't hit each other like we did on the other night there at USA. That was a tough gig.
Right, yeah. So we got penalties coming out on that. I just clarified it with Josh. That's what we were handling. We had the broadcast on Saturday, and Chris, I'll be honest, it was rough going, brother. It was rough going. But I see you all are on the grid right now. You be sure to let Mr. Sexton know you need an EOL right here on the start, brother.
I already did. I've already done it.
All righty. Good luck to you, Chris. And
Thank you, sir. I'm going to end it.
I don't even care. I want you to go out here and win this thing, but I hope you get it with a 9X. So good luck to you, brother.
For Russell, we'll see you later.
Later, buddy. All right, folks, there you have it. Chris Carroll, driver number 99. We got a little bit of a bet going on. Am I going to be in the pink all season? Or for a few races, sorry. Or is he going to be in pink for a few races of the season? We'll find out in about 100 laps. But we're going to change it up. I'm going to hit Raymond with the switch hit. Raymond, I want you to go through the grid right now.
Oh, well, this is unusual for me. All right, well, starting on the pole. Okay, first of all, before I go through the lineup, why is all this so messed up? Why it looks weird? I don't know if it's just me, but
it's the exact same.
We're gonna go with it. All right, well, Brian Zimmerman is gonna be the man leading the field to green here with Ian Plash. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, Ian. Starting to the outside of him. Inside row 2, we got Christian Pittman starting on the inside of row 2, and then outside of him, we got Connor Okreski? I'm gonna just go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Ricky Springer will start inside row 3 with none other than Alex Coffey to his outside. And then starting inside row 4, we got John Curtis, Run to Racing teammate with Alex Coffey. So we got teammates starting right there with Rafe Slate starting to the outside of him. And then back to the 9th starting position, we got Carson Nagy and FiveKings Motorsports driver Jason Day starting in P10. And 11th, we got Tanner Burge starting on the inside, and then outside of him, we got another FiveKings Motorsports driver in the 2 machine of Scotty Stevens. And further down the list here, starting 13th position, we got Mike Duryee. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go with that. And then 14th starting position, we got AJ DeMarzo. And rounding out the top 15, we got John Petrozelli. And starting 16th, we got from Thick Hick Motorsports, Marcus Miller.
All right, you're good. They're about to go green. And then you just remember, folks, we got Chris Carroll. For the rest of the grid, we did switch it up, did something a little different right then. Jason's not used to going through the grid, having to look on my screen to do it. If you didn't hear your name right then, it's just because we're going green in just a nanosecond. Buckle up, folks. Iowa 100 presented by FiveKings Motorsports on the FiveKings Motorsports YouTube channel. We're glad you're here. Be sure to slap that like button as we're waiting for them to get on that loud pedal. See Barney Fife Jr. throw that green flag. You see the 14 already looking up just a little bit. Oh, never mind. They do go around a lap. I did not think they went around a whole lap here. So I apologize for that, folks. And I've already seen the issue. I need to see if I can even do this without seeing it. Kind of tough.
So lights are off on the pace car now. So yeah, we're not used to racing this track, so we actually weren't sure whether they were going green then or not.
I honestly was not sure. But we know now they're about to go green flag racing, folks.
Man, where's the beautiful Chevy Silverado pace truck?
Man, I failed me. I failed.
Man, I was gonna get my countdown going. And the pace car, I can't say pace truck, pace cars, let's take the hard left turn. These drivers are tightening the belts, making sure the steering wheel's on tight one last time. Oh, they're bumping, they're stacking them up. Green flag is out.
We got over 20 of the fastest super late models going to try to get in where they fit in, going down to turn 1 here. You see cars shuffling everywhere, almost 3 wide towards the back with the 117. As your front 2 right now are battling it out. You got Brian Zimmerman to the inside, Ian to his outside. Brian was the control car on that start, really, although he really wasn't because they had to wait on the green. That allowed the 15 to get out front right here.
Yeah, and it looked like the power move he made the power move on the outside. I'm kind of wondering. I've never raced here with a super late model. I don't know if you can answer this. Is the outside the preferred line here, or is it the inside still?
It just depends, really. So as this race goes on, you're going to see basically like what we saw the trucks here, the modifieds. It's really hard to pass down low because that guy up high gets so much momentum. You see our leaders right now. They're running about the middle of the track. Then you got Christian Pittman looking a little bit lower. And also, the draft plays a factor in these cars. Not a whole lot, but you can definitely feel them RPMs kick up when you get behind somebody. We got Christian Pittman. He tried to look low. Has the 51 of Ricky Springer right there. Going to try to look low of him. That's a good-looking 51 machine.
I agree. That is a very good-looking car. But That's my favorite thing, man. I love coming into these races and looking at all the paint schemes. And I don't know. That's just my favorite thing about broadcasting these races, besides all the action-packed action. As the 8 car, I think, clipped the apron right there. He got super low and on the entry of 3, and he held it. He actually held it pretty good, and Alex Coffey is going to carry the momentum as the 114 looked like he had to check up a little bit for that 8 car right there.
That 114 is plain Jane, but I do like the color choice on that Camaro front clip of that car. Alex Coffey got the position, but the 114 said, whoa, not so fast. He's going to try to battle back on his inside and gets loose, going to walk it up the track. Hits the 7 a little bit, gives him a little bit of contact to that left front I see there, but no harm, no foul. Them drivers still facing forward.
Yeah, you know, that was close. I want to touch on, I was watching as we're seeing it again.
Ooh, Christopher Pittman is going around. Contact with the wall, and this driver may not get a caution right here. He is sitting in no man's land on the apron. He realizes it. He knows he's got to get that machine up and going. That number 14 is not going to be a happy camper. We're going to wait to see if the caution comes, and it does not come, folks. We got to go back and see what happened. That was one of our front runners. It's looking like he may have went off on his own right here. Oh!
I wonder if there was I wonder if he thought, unless it was the angle, if Zimmerman slid up in front of him and maybe had a little bit of contact. I can't tell. It looked like that looks weird.
That was a really, really strange occurrence right there for that number 14. As we're going to see where Pittman is on track now. He's at the start-finish line, so... And they're coming out of 4, so he is at a risk to go a lap down. We see the 15 hounding. Wait, what happened with our leaders? Did the 50, I guess the 51 came up there and took the lead. 15 was leading with about a half a second gap over second place, and then we come back and you see the 51 making a power move to the outside right now. That outside looks like to be the preferred lane here tonight.
Yeah, you know, that answers my question from earlier. I was kind of wondering, you know, like I said, I've never done this, so I wasn't sure, but it does look like the outside lane is definitely where you want to be with the run to get off the corner exit. But I was before Pittman went around, I was saying I was watching during practice, and it looks like these drivers are actually, like you mentioned earlier, with a fixed setup, they are kind of struggling. It looks like a little bit of looseness on exit, not struggling, but you can definitely tell the cars like to move around a little bit on corner exit, especially out of turn 4.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a snappiness feel to it as we see the 2 trying to work over the 5 right here as they are currently battling for their 12th position. The theme of tonight is going to be hard to pass, and then a caveat to that is the tire wear as the night goes on. Only one extra set, so you get the set you start the race on, then you have a set in the pits. When's the right time to go take that set? That's the $1,000,000 question that all these drivers wish they knew. But the driver that nails it on the head tonight will probably be the driver that hoists the trophy up in the air and claims $15 richer. We're going to give an update to Mr. Chris Carroll right now. He has currently worked his way up to 11th as he has a driver of Mike Duria, or whatever, the 32, gets a little sideways right there in front of him, but no harm, no foul. He's still facing forward, so Chris Carroll, number 10's worked his way up front, and he looks like he still has a clean car. So we're going to go cockpit cam with this driver to see what I was like.
And you can see right there,
yeah, absolutely.
He's having to kind of fight the steering wheel. I don't know if he got a little too low, but it looked like he started to counter steer. And I'm just gonna say, I'm seeing what he's talking about. That is a lot of pink in that cockpit.
That is a lot of pink. I would have probably done something a little bit different, Mr. Carroll. If you watch that back, when I do my pink cars, I normally have black in the inside. That's a lot of pink.
And there it is again, the little counter steer that he has to use on exit. Like I said, exit looked to be a little loose during practice, so I think we're starting to see that here as he's and that bump. That turn 1 down the bottom is really bumpy.
Yep. So we haven't even
go ahead.
We haven't even hit on that yet, but absolutely. And then on the opposite side of the track, so the bump down low is in turn 1. Then there's a bump in turn 3 that's kind of in the middle up high. And you see where these drivers are going. They're going about middle of the track. If they venture up any higher than that, then they will start to hit that bump. And how that bump is reacting to the car, or how the car reacts to that bump, can be night and day difference each and every time. I say it all the time. It's Russian roulette. I'm actually seeing Joshua Sexton went off track. Let's go back and see. I don't believe that.
Just took out their camera right there.
That wasn't Joshua Sexton. That is Joshua Sexton. So where's he at right now?
I don't know. Oh, it looked like.
Oh, the 51 is having connection issues right now, I do believe. As you see, Christian Pittman, another driver that had an incident earlier with no caution, went up right there. I'm wondering if cautions are turned off, but I almost am positive cautions are on. As we see right there, caution just came out. Let me see if admin threw it or not, though. Nope, that was not a admin caution. So we have a wreck on the speedway, but it's just showing yellow flag. It's not showing me anybody wrecked. I see a guy right there in front of Keith wrecking. Was that John Petrozelli? Just gets loose right there in turn 4, Keith. Jason, I wish we could go back further, because look, he's pretty high up on the track right there. I wonder if maybe he met that turn 4 bump that we were just talking about, turn 3 and 4 bump.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. It looked like the car just snapped out from under him.
And that's what it does. It really upsets how the car feels. As we're actually going to have a word with Mr. Christian Pittman now. Going to see what transpired for him to climb the wall out of 2. Christian Pittman, Tanner Marr, Jason Raymond, and Booth. You got copy? Christian Pittman, Tanner Marr, Jason Raymond in the booth. You got copy? 10-4 driver. Alrighty. So we'll pull up Mr. Joshua Sexton now. We saw him also involved with an incident right then. Joshua Sexton, Jason Raymond, Tanner Marr in the booth. You got copy?
I hear you, Tanner.
Okay, it sounds like you're going through some troubles right now. So Josh, we watched you right then. Not sure what happened to make you spin, but you were also blinking. Are you having some issues on your end right now?
No, I haven't had any issues, but I noticed that there are quite a few drivers are having some connection issues right now. So we may have some iRacing issues going on.
Okay.
So far, no issues with me. I watched a couple guys blink out. We've got a few guys that didn't make the race because of some sort of connection issues. So we could have some iRacing issues going on. As far as the spin out was concerned, there was a couple guys. One guy got loose in front of me. The other guy turned down to avoid, and he really didn't had nowhere to go. He apologized, and we're good to go.
Oh, okay. So there was contact that made you spin out. Okay, because SDK wasn't showing me that. It just showed me that you went off track, and then like I went back to it, Josh, and you were gone the entire time. And then when your car stopped, you came back. Really strange.
Right now we were probably having maybe some connection issues. You know, Monday we got the fresh update going on, so we probably got a few little issues with iRacing right now. But we're all right. We're good to go.
All right, then. That's driver number 51, butt kicker machine, Joshua Sexton. We'll be wishing you luck, buddy. We're gonna call the rest of the action here. Maybe talking to you at the end, buddy.
All right.
Man, he's always a bucket of joy, ain't he? That's Joshua Sexton right there, folks. He's been real life racing this past weekend. Had him a good night on Saturday, and then yesterday ran into some mechanical issues, and ultimately didn't get the finish that I know he would have wished to have.
And right now we're looking at that. Once again, I'm gonna say it, that beautiful 51 car, as they're still pacing. I'm gonna assume they might be 2 to green right now. I have no way of telling that, but I'm gonna give an update. We can't see him. Tanner had to step away for a minute, so you guys get to listen to my beautiful voice. Chris Carroll still back in 10th, but you know, me and Tanner like to say you have to get everything you can on the restarts. So maybe when he gets back, I'll have him go look and give a update on him once they go green. And we're looking, and we got, so I'm gonna go through the lineup real quick a little bit while he's not here. We got Ricky Springer out in front. he started 5th, so he's up 4 spots right now. Ian Plash stayed right where he started, P2. Alex Coffey started 6th, up to 3rd. He's up 3 spots. Connor Okiewski, I'm sorry, or I can't even say it. I'm just gonna say Connor O. Connor O started 4th, and he's still currently 4th. Just to round out the top 5, we got the 8 machine of Rafe Slate. So that's a little quick rundown of your top 5, and look at the lights are off on the pace car, and we're gonna be getting ready to go back green here, and heading down the backstretch. We're on lap 23 right now. You know, I had to go look at my end. We're getting ready for the pace car to take that hard left turn, and we're gonna see field is in the hands of the 51. He can control the start here, so we're gonna see what his game plan is, and he's waiting it out right now.
Absolutely. Ooh, the 52 though. Did you see back there a little bit behind? 3 rows back. 52 took a mad hit right then. Really upset that car. Now, Jason, I came back to go get a drink right then. Came back to see that the leader elected to take the bottom lane right then. That was kind of a surprise to me.
I didn't even mention that. I wasn't even thinking of that, because usually when you think of short track, we just got a little loose.
Yes,
nice save right there. When you think of short tracks, you usually think, leader's gonna take the bottom. I didn't even think to touch on the leader taking the outside there. But I'm just gonna mention Chris Carroll up to 8th, and I was saying as you were gone, I was telling him our favorite saying that you got to get everything on these restarts, and that's exactly what he just did. He got 2 spots on that restart, and he's looking to move up through the field now.
Ooh, it gets a little loose right then though. As Levi Allen's in the chat saying, let's go Jason Day and Chris Carroll. As they're right now, they're nose to tail on the track at the 27 of Tanner Berg right there behind him. That 99 started dead last on the track. He's worked his way up inside the top 10. He's currently running P8.
Yeah, I was kind of. Oh wait, look at Pittman. I'm gonna stop what I was saying. Pittman's making his way up through the field, unless he's back up to 12th. So we saw that driver get involved in a little incident earlier on, and he's starting to work his way back up through the field. And he's hounding the back bumper of the 117 right now.
What I want to check with Pittman, as I clicked on the wrong thing, I apologize. I want to see if he used a fast repair or not. As he did, he absolutely had to have, Jason, right?
I'm not sure.
I mean, we saw him climb the wall with this right side of the car, and there's not a thing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe that was an accident, or if there really wasn't all that much damage, but he must have, because he climbed that outside wall, and then he went down and hit the inside wall.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. So let's check and see. Oh, he had to use a fast repair. Because he don't have a speck of damage on that car nowhere. So yeah, he had to have burnt through a fast repair. I'm seeing Marcus Miller actually crash. Let's go back and see what happened. As we stay green on the racetrack. The 10 car a little low, gets loose and just steps out on him. Has to go off-road a little bit, but luckily for him, there is a little oval here where he's able to get going, but then he blinks out.
Yeah,
Christian,
we mentioned it. Okay, go ahead.
I couldn't even hear you. Was you talking?
I was, but
okay, go ahead.
Hear me? Maybe my mic's glitching. Oh, I was just saying. We mentioned it, and I mentioned it earlier, that the exit of turn 4 seems to be the spot to watch, as we've seen. Mainly, that's where all the drivers are getting loose, is the exit of turn 4. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that as the race develops.
There you see right there, top 4 guys entering turn 3 and 4. They're right there within striking distance. You got to look a little bit further back to find the 5th place guy, but the 5th place guy has his hands full. That's Alex Coffey in the 7 on the outside. Got Mr. Zimmerman, Brian Zimmerman, owner of USAFirearms.com, to his inside as they are drag racing down the backstretch. And then you look right there behind them, you got the 27 and the 52 of Jason Day. They're also trying to get it sorted out. And then Chris Carroll's right there behind them 2 drivers. And then, like we were just saying, right behind them, you got AJ in the number 5 and Christian Pittman in the 14s hauling the mail right now, folks. He's trying to get that 14 back up front where it was in the beginning.
You know, that's pretty impressive, I gotta say. After that early incident, he's working his way up. As he actually, I think there was some slight contact right there between Pittman and the 14 and the 5. Not sure, but it looked like there was. And you know, Pittman's not giving up. He's saying, I'm going to the fro. He's leaning on him. I think there was another little bit of contact there. He's leaning on him to these corners.
And at some point, it's going to be the third time the charm as caution is out on the speedway. I'm not sure what has transpired here as I'm seeing... Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry, baby girl, if you're watching. I don't even want to show you, Kelly, but I have to. It's my job. Got to go back and see what happened on the replay here. You got the 7, Alex Coffey to the outside of Brian Zimmerman. And we just showed these... Ooh, Zimmerman just... I don't know who to place that on, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked really weird. It looked like they had a little bit of contact, but then it looked like Coffey drove over something.
Right.
And the rear end just popped up in the air.
I think I gotta say Coffey may have came down on that, but to not have a bunch of camera angles, it's hard to see. We're gonna run it back one more time. Go cockpit cam with Alex Coffey, just to see what this driver experienced as he's trying to go into 3 and 4. I think he may have thought Zimmerman was going to go down lower right there. And Zimmerman just elected to run the middle, which you don't have to go down to the bottom, you know. But I think that was more of a product of just 2 guys occupying one spot.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It wasn't really any... You know, that's hard. That's hard to place any blame on. It looked like I would, if I was in the position, I'd call that a racing deal, like you said, because... There wasn't really... Oh, wait, we just watched the faster pair.
Yep,
he just used his faster pair. We just watched that body pop back out like nothing ever happened. But, like I was saying, it looked like you said, it was a racing deal. They were just, you know, battling pretty hard for that spot. And then a very weird incident, if I have to say.
As now, it is time for not only mine, but Jason's favorite thing of the night. It is now time for the MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night. Let me know in the chat, guys, who do y'all have tonight? We've seen a bunch of good-looking cars, but Mr. Raymond, I'm going to ask you first. Who do you got tonight?
You know, I'm really happy you let me go first because I have a feeling we might be looking at the same driver. I'm gonna say the 51 of Ricky Springer. That's I don't know, it's just a really good-looking car. I like the way the yellow actually complements the blue, and it's actually a matte black too. I didn't notice that until right now.
How in the world are you going to take my driver? When I just said a while ago, in the words of Mark, you're a 5-letter word that starts with a P and it does not end with a Y. It ends with an S. That's what you are right now. So I got to make...
I was looking at that before you even got back from your pre-race festivities, okay?
So I like this Rafe Slate's car. I really like that car. I like the way the number looks. But I'm going to go... with... Let's just go through them real quick, folks. Let's just keep going. I clicked on my own name, but too bad I can't see my own car. I would have gave it to me. We're going to go Mr. Keith Mack in number 55. Butt kicker, Marconi setup shop machine. He is tonight's MF Racing Designs Best Paint Scheme of the Night. And Jason, if you could, who painted that car?
Hey man, that was me.
Oh, I thought Michael painted that car. MF Racing Designs.
Hey, he painted that also that oh wait, I was gonna say that beautiful 51, but not after he overshoots his pit box like that. Come on, Josh, do better. No, I'm just joking, but that was actually one of the only paint schemes I've ever made. But I gotta say, most of the cars in here are done by Michael Falk over at MF Racing Designs, and that's definitely the go-to. You know, I have the capability of painting my own car, but I struggle, man. I looked forward to I looked over at Michael, and Michael is definitely the guy to make you a paint scheme if you want one. Definitely, hands down, one of the best painters I've seen, and very like polite guy to work with. He's understanding. He'll get you what you want, and
he'll work with you until you are completely satisfied.
Sure it's something you want. Yep.
Right.
Even if it's a little mistake, like your name, you want it moved over a little bit, he'll take the time to move your name over a little bit to make sure it's what you want.
As lights are off on the Mustang out front, you got a Toyota Camry on inside row number 1. I'm not sure what's outside row number 1. I can't see. What is that? Wait a second. What is that? No, Jason, I truly thought Michael painted that car. I wasn't thinking.
I don't even. That looks like a Chrysler.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what brand of car this is.
I
So-
think it's just an iRacing generic template, but I mean it is an iRacing generic template. But they're under green. But we're too busy talking about paint
Oh my
schemes.
goodness, look at the jump. The 51 guy bringing the 114 with him. That 15, I don't know. That unknown car model may not have the motor in it. Oh, we see
I
a
don't know.
27 actually getting to the wall. But yeah, so Jason, I wasn't being like a smart aleck or nothing like that. I truly forgot that you painted that car for Keith.
Yeah, I know. You know, I paint for fun, but like I said, for sure, Michael Falk is the guy to go to. I don't know why Keith wanted me to make him the car. I just did what he asked me to do, but I'm just rolling with it. But I was gonna say, before we went green there, you get me and Tanner together talking about paint schemes, we could be here for a while. So
Right, absolutely.
That's something we both enjoy, and
Ooh.
I'm looking. That was some contact right there, wasn't it?
I don't know if they hit or not, but if they didn't hit, it was really close. And that 14 has now worked his way up to a teammate. We saw him pretty much he kind of roughed up the guy earlier. Not bad, they just made contact twice, you know. So when you get to a teammate, though, you can't do that. So we're going to see if that 14, if he elects to go to the bottom or to the top of the 52. But right now, he's got to stay focused on number 5.
I'm sorry. I'm over here. I'm over here going silent. I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. This action is very action packed, and that 5 is super close. That was kind of scary. I thought they were gonna have a little bit of contact right there. That's some great driving by both of those guys to realize how close they were. And we're getting I like this shot right here, right at the right front of the number 5 machine.
As we see Christian Pittman finally clearing it. Looks like the 5 is driving in a little bit deeper as we have a caution on the track, and I'm seeing it's Joshua Sexton has went around, so might be a tough night for Joshua Sexton. First night back on the sim, as he has some left front damage already. I see right there. He's running low, and just those bumps, turn 1 and 2, those bumps right there down low, upset the car, and he got blessed to get a caution. And I think he killed it right then, folks. I think he stalled the car. We're gonna go cockpit cam. Hate to call my buddy out like this. I had the sound turned down really low, but we can tell.
You don't even have to feel bad or call him out. Like, you don't even have to feel bad about calling him out like that. I stall my car all the time.
He didn't stall it. He didn't. I thought he did, but he didn't. He's all good.
If you were
Alrighty.
watching me though, I can guarantee that car would be zero RPM, shut down, stalled, because I'm still learning. I'm not the best with the clutch yet.
As Ian is out there now on track or on the pits road, he jumped to the pits. He towed right then. He was one of the front runners. I'm not sure. Maybe he just caught it today. As now we are on lap 46, and these dudes are being a little weird on pit road.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I'm not sure what
that was.
I'm flabbergasted. As we see, here we go. It's time to take some tires, fellas. That Brian Zimmerman machine. He's on at least 2 fresh tires on the right side.
You know, that's a risk though. We usually don't touch on that often. Taking 2 tires could definitely be a risk. You know, you never know how the car is gonna act. And I'm just gonna throw it out as an example. We were in that truck race on Saturday at USA, and Jason Day actually took 2 tires, and he said it felt pretty good for a while, like a couple laps, but then it got super loose on him. So that's definitely something to watch.
You're exactly right. As we're going to try to talk to our man Christian Pittman once again. Christian, Tanner Marr, Jason Raymond in the booth. You got a copy? He just doesn't want to talk to us, folks.
He's having some radio issues inside that car. It's no big deal. We're good.
Having some electrical issues. 10-4. Let's pull up Mr. Alex Coffee real quick. Alex, Tanner Marr, Jason Raymond in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
So, Alex, if I do recall correctly, I know for sure. Got in a little bit of an incident earlier. Had to use a fast repair. We're approaching the halfway point right now. What's your outlook and how do you attack the second half of this race to try to get up front?
Oh, well, I see I'm battling teams rather than, individual cars sometimes. So we'll have to put that together and, hopefully nobody else will tear our door off. Try to keep it in one piece. Bring it back to the front where we belong. Don't know why I'm back here, but hey, it is what it is.
Time out. You said you're battling teams. Who are we battling right now?
I guess whoever works together to get the competitors off the track,
Oh, okay. You're throwing the ball. I'm catching what you're saying. That's Mr. Coffee. He's never, ever going to hold back, whether it's what he's saying or if he's on the track. Coffee, if there's one guy that can get back up there, it's you. You're currently running 8th. You got a teammate starting to your inside, so it might be an uphill battle, but it's a battle I know that 7 car can do.
10-4, yeah, I know me, Curtis, and Carol can get back up there, so we'll see how we can do it. I ain't took my tires yet, so I'm trying to save that if I need it.
Alrighty, well, just a little pro tip. Zimmerman just took 2 tires. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that or not, but he did just take 2 tires.
Yeah, we try not to concern ourselves with what he's doing, but
I love you, Coffee. I love you.
That's great. That is the best response.
Good luck, brother.
10-4, appreciate it.
Mr. Coffee is not a happy camper right now whatsoever. And the driver he's not happy with is the driver that I just said took 2 tires. So that's pretty comical. And just got word from Christian Pittman. He has been on the phone. So that's pretty impressive to be racing and on the phone.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive. But I'm gonna say we have Ian in the chat. Ian said thanks for the race. So I'm assuming he just had to go or something came up. Hopefully everything's okay, or if you just had to go. Thanks for coming out and racing with us while you could.
Miss Kelly Coffee, I see that you had a message, but it says message retracted. So I'm not sure what you said. I didn't think you were here, so I wasn't even checking the chat that much. But good to see you here. And you heard it right then. Alex Coffey's on a mission as the green flag flies. And the 8 gets into the 114. That's like the 3rd time I've seen the 8 hit somebody, but no harm, no foul. All the wheels are still pointed straight. The 8 is trying to get everything he can right now. And I just noticed the I rating of the top 4 drivers right now. There's not an I rating under 4,000 within the top 4 right now. Wow. So if you don't think these drivers are super competitive, you're mistaken.
Wow, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. So, folks, your typical I rating, we looked it up before. I think your average I rating is 1,200. And what I rating is, each race we do, if you go out and finish in the top half of each race, you'll gain some I rating. Like, an average gain is about 30 to 50. Or, say you have a bad race, you're going to lose 50. But then that, whatever your I rating is, that slots you in with other racers. So you race people that are close to your competition. But when you get up into 2,500, 3,000, 3.5K, 4K, it gets really hard to have good races because you're racing against people that are just as good. So when you see drivers top 4, like I said, all have above 4,000 I rating, that's really, really saying something.
Yeah, for sure. And as you were talking right there, we just saw the 114 scrape the wall a little bit down the front stretch, and that's allowing the 14 of Christian Pittman to go to the inside and try to battle for that 3rd position.
Absolutely, as he has now got around him, but the 114 says, hold my beer, I'm going to try to drive it in there. I thought they were going to make some contact right then, but they did not touch. As you see, the bottom just looks like it's like picked up speed somehow.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom is, a little bit more racy than it was right in the beginning of the race. And I just want to say, as we were talking about I rating a few moments ago, for example, I have a 3,000 I rating, so that's like a little bit more than average, right in the middle of all the I ratings we are just talking about. And the races that I get into now are like super hard to even get a top 5, so that just kind of shows that these guys with 4,000 I ratings, they're no joke.
Absolutely, as we're
Alex
seeing,
Coffey's hunting up front.
yeah. And he ain't Joseph Joyner either, but he is hunting the front right now, folks. That's Alex Coffey. He's a man on a mission right now. Makes another slight contact with the number 5. Got to be careful because you do it twice. It's okay. It's that third time's a charm. That can actually run a race. But that number 7, oh, starts to get a little bit loose. He catches the car and really does not lose a whole lot of momentum.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive to catch that and not lose that much momentum. But I mean, he's got to be worried. He's got that pink. That's weird to say. He's got that pink. Oh, caution is out.
John Petrozel is around on the track somewhere. Let's go back and see. This is the 58. We saw him have trouble on pit road logo. He's loose on entry. He is drifting that thing. And honestly, Jason, as many people as we saw wreck it first that did not bring out a caution, we actually saw him park it right there and he quit. But as many people as we saw go around tonight down on the apron, I mean, we saw it happen 3 times at the beginning of the race with no caution. It actually surprises me that he was fortunate enough to get a caution. But now, with the caution out, we're on lap 58. We're going to go green with a little bit under 40 laps to go. Is it time to take those 4 Mr. Feelgood that you have in the pits?
Personally, I wouldn't. That's a hard decision.
Oh, as we see, Alex Coffey don't.
I'm good.
Alex Coffey don't. Scotty Stevens played a little trickery. Christian Pittman played some trickery. All right, for the final time, I'm going to pull Christian Pittman up one more time. He told me he was on the phone. I want to talk to him because he has been up front. He went to the back, got an incident. Christian Pittman, Tanner Marr in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
So first of all, my first question is, how in the world do you race and talk on the phone?
Well, I wasn't like, it was under caution. I was talking to my grandpa, just, you know, running some strategy by him, seeing what he was thinking here about the race.
Oh, 10-4 now. And then, other question. We saw you have Zimmerman slide up in front of you. And I think that kind of messed you up to the point where you tried to climb the wall a little bit. Got pretty good damage, so you used a fast repair, correct?
Yeah, we had the meatball, actually. Josh had to make sure we could get that flag on so we could putt around to the next caution.
Oh, so it was pretty significant damage. So you did have to use a fast repair, okay? And next question. Have you used a set of tires yet?
I have not. I actually, not going to exactly say my strategy here, but 2 seasons ago in our regular Super Late Model Series, I led one of these races, led like 99 of 125 laps, and I think it was Philip Temples beat me with 25 to go because I pitted early like everybody just did and got tires, and he drugged me with 20 to go. So going to try to see if we can, how long we can ride these and maybe get a caution with 20 to go and put stickers on it and come through the field. It's kind of where we're at.
I think you had about 10 to 12 drivers right then, Pittman, that pitted. So you don't have a big buffer between you and fresh tires. So it looks like, other than yourself, you have Alex Coffey, Scotty Stevens, Marcus Miller, Keith Mack, Brian Zimmerman, and John Curtis. So from first to P7 is on old tires, I guess. Well, no, we saw Zimmerman actually take right side tires, the caution before this. So it's going to be a bold strategy, but if it pays off, it'll pay off in a big way.
Yeah, I just know that last time I pitted early and it cost us a win, so I'm just gonna do it. Worst case, we won't win, but we're running pretty good. Pretty good.
10-4, Christian. All right, buddy. We'll get you back down to your race team, and we'll be calling action for it from here on out. Good luck to you, brother.
Thanks, Tanner.
All right, Raymond. We heard it right then. He's playing a little bit different strategy here. He didn't want to spill out all his cards on the table. He kept them cards a little bit close to the vest right then. And also, shout out to my man, Matt Gardner, in the chat right now. We have a Matt Gardner sighting, as he said. Look at that 0-2 in third. But correction, Matt, you Goofy Goober. It's number 2 here tonight, representing the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's an MF Racing Designs paint scheme, and you see right there, Michael Falk, he does tremendous work. All we did was did a little bit of a color shift for it because we realized over at FiveKings Motorsports, we do have female followers. So shout out to all the ladies for their battles and their triumphs and all that when they start to battle breast cancer. And we hope to bring some type of awareness to that, even if it is in the sim racing world.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely something.
I was wondering if you was alive. I'm sorry.
I was just quiet, man. I was listening to the interviews, just chilling and.
I was getting ready to text you and say, "Are you breathing still, or do I need to send life alert to your house or something?"
No, I'm good. I'm still breathing, but it's pretty cool to see a lot of the guys on iRacing all come together in October, and there's a lot of pink cars out there right now, and it's pretty cool to see.
Let's see, the 14 has got the jump. Oh my goodness, got a big jump right then. The 7's to the outside's got Scotty Stevens right there trying to come down low. Scotty Stevens, he started back in 12th spot, so he had decent pace, but wasn't able to put down the best lap. But it don't matter because he's worked his way up to 3rd right now, battling with the likes of Alex Coffey to his outside. And the 10 car, Marcus Miller. We saw that guy go around earlier. But it just shows as caution's out on the speedway. Will this race turn into one of them races, Jason, where cautions breed cautions?
I really hope not. I'm hoping we get a nice green flag run here, and I'm interested to see what this caution was, as it looks like the 27 and the 8 were racing side by side, and the 27 got a little. Actually, I can't see how the 8 split up. And
did Chris Carroll get a piece of this?
I don't know. Can we pull him up and ask him after we watch this? I want to see. I want to get an incident count on Chris Carroll. Oh, it's a little hard to tell. We couldn't see from that angle, but
well, it went by so fast.
Go see here. Let's go see if we got any piece of that.
I don't think he did. I don't think Mr. Carroll did. That was some impressive driving. You can go ahead and pull him up, and I'll let you do the honors. That was very impressive.
Don't think I have permissions.
Oh my goodness gracious, child!
I don't have permissions. Chris Carroll, this is Tanner and Jason up in the FiveKings booth. You got a copy?
You're Jason. I'm Tanner. But yeah.
Shut up. You got a copy, Chris?
I got a copy.
So, we see you're up in, wait, I think, I was going to say 10th. We saw you up in 10th earlier. You're sitting 13th right now. I just wanted to pull up and get an update. Do you have any incidents yet?
Zero incidents. The 27 tried to give me about 30 of them, but I didn't hit him.
I may have slipped him some money. You never know.
Yeah, it's possible. It looks like it because he is all over the place.
Easy, big guy. Seriously, in all seriousness, Chris, that was some 10 out of 10 heads-up driving to avoid. Was that the 27 that spun right then? It was, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, that was good heads-up driving to not only go up so high where you hit the car on your outside, but also you got the car slowed down enough and jerked it just enough to where you missed that guy without collecting the guy on the outside. So, I mean, me and you, Raymond, we all three know somebody else in that situation you was just in right then, that may have been a 34 car pile up, right or wrong.
I appreciate that, man. It's you got to take care of your fellow drivers out there, and that's kind of why I'm hard on the 27 there, because he's been not doing that the whole race, been hitting everybody. So, but yeah, no, I mean that's a good compliment, but you got to do that, man. You gotta be aware, and racecraft is worth more than speed most times in a race.
Absolutely. Racecraft, I honestly feel like it's 80 to 90% of the battle. It really is. So, Chris, we've watched you work your way all the way up to, I believe, 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. You pitted.
Sorry, go ahead, Tanner.
No, do what? Keep going. Go.
Oh, I was just I didn't know where I got up to, but yeah, I cut you off there. I apologize.
You pitted, Chris. We saw that. I'm not sure. Y'all about to go back green?
No,
No, you're not. You're not.
No, we got 2 to go.
All right, so you pitted, Chris, And it does not look like you had a long enough pit stop to take 4 tires. Have you taken your tires at all yet?
I pitted twice. I pitted first for fuel, and then I pitted for tires. And I probably would have come out pretty good there, but I got a speeding penalty. 27.
Oh,
Did something goofy in the pits, and I was watching him instead of my speed.
so I see now.
27 are
I-
enemies. Right
Well,
now.
I see now why he's mentioned the 27 because it all adds up now. Okay, I understand completely now, Chris, why you came in saying that. So,
Yeah, I'm
Right.
a little salty about it.
right,
so-
exactly. Frustrations get high. We put these helmets
Absolutely.
on and start racing.
Oh, yeah.
We're into it, you know. So, Chris,
Yes,
did
sir.
you take 4 tires or only 2 like your teammate Zimmerman?
I just took 4 on the last stop there.
All right, folks, be looking for that
So-
pink number 99 to be blazing trails through the field. Chris, we'll get you back down to your race team. Good luck to you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, hopefully see you up there.
Yes, sir. All right, that was Mr. Carroll. We talked to him earlier. Just talked to him again. He's going to try to put that number 99 pink Peptol Bismo machine up front as the lights should go off on the pace car this time around.
And there you go. The lights just flicked off on the pace car. These drivers are going to go 2 by 2, double file, and get ready for yet again another restart.
As Kelly Coffee put a Christmas bow in the chat. Kelly, I still want to know what your message retracted was. You were probably mad a while ago. Just say it and say it proudly and say it with your chest, sweetheart. Let us know what you thought whenever the Zimmerman of number 28 and the number 7 of Alex Coffee got tangled together. I'm just glad the Coffee family's not mad at me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just calling action.
And I'm just curious on how you think a pink ribboned bow tie is a Christmas bow.
Well, that's just the first thing I thought, brother. Okay?
Okay, I just want to clarify that.
Is it pink? Oh, it is. It is
It
pink.
is.
Oh, breast cancer awareness, that's what she means, probably.
Yep.
All right. Bill's in control of the 14. The 14 gets a good jump, but the 7 is right there with him this time. I noticed the 2 did not get the jump he got last time. Gonna let the 7 basically have whichever lane he wants as they go down and then turn 1 coming out of turn 2.
See, I'm gonna mention even Kelly corrected you, man. She said it's not Christmas, it's a pink bow. You're
Be nice, Kelly.
as we're seeing. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh too hard here. As we're seeing a pretty good battle back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Those drivers are all right on top of each other. So we're watching and we see Alex Coffey's trying to close the gap in a little bit on Christian Pittman, but it looks like they're kind of just evened out right now. I'm not sure if there's just maybe a wind air bubble. Sorry, not wind, an air bubble. But it looks like maybe even Pittman's starting to extend the lead a little bit as I said that.
So I'm trying. Alex Coffey has for sure not taken his tires yet. We heard from him. He has not taken his tires yet. Christian Pittman has not taken his tires yet. The first driver that's on somewhat fresh rubber that we know of for certain actually might be Scotty Stevens on lap 45. He had a 22-second stop. I do believe Scotty Stevens took tires. And then we got Brian Zimmerman. We actually saw the 28 take two tires on the right side of the car. And he's actually not really all that loose either, Jason. So I'm actually surprised to see that, especially with the drivers that we've saw self-spin here tonight. I figured there would be a battle with getting loose, especially with only 2 tires like we saw so many times before.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of wondering if maybe he did take 4 and we just didn't notice, because I'm kind of surprised if he's not getting loose with only taking 2.
He never went back in. So I don't.
Okay.
Everybody else pitted on lap 58, and he pitted on 45. So he never went back down pit road. It was either the 114. The 114 is trying. He first tried to get underneath Alex Coffey. Coffey had too much speed, too much momentum, too much willpower. Would not let him get by. But then the 114 tried to look high. Now he's going to try to look low again as Alex Coffey had a slight slight bobble out of turn 4. But I still think that 7 car is going to have the momentum as they drag race down the backstretch.
Yeah, you know, we were saying earlier the run the outside gets is pretty powerful here, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking the inside is starting to come in a little bit better than the outside, as Alex Coffey's not giving up that second position without a fight.
As we are now at the 24 to go mark, and we're looking back right now, Christian Pittman, he's all smiles. He still has he's on old rubber. He sees second and third battling behind him. So right now he's just thinking, boys, y'all just keep at it.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely, as a race leader, it's definitely something you like to see. I mean, obviously you don't check your mirror that much, but when you do glance up at that mirror and you see those two guys behind you battling, it just kind of makes you settle down a little bit and realize that you don't have to push as hard because they're battling back there, and anything could happen.
As we're riding on board with Christian Pittman, like we mentioned, he's on old rubber. I'm noticing the gap behind him is starting to get a little bit slimmer. I'm pretty sure the 114 may have also took 2 tires because he had almost the exact same pit stop as the likes of Brian Zimmerman. About the same exact time spent in their pit stall. And we're seeing right now, as we're going to go back to the wide shot camera view, that 114 has finally made his way around to number 7. He's trying to get to the 14, but still, man, if there's another caution, if I'm Christian Pittman, Alex Coffey, if I have a set of tires in the pits, I want the caution to fall about right now. That gives me just enough time to work my way through traffic, because it has been hard to pass here. If it comes out with only like 10 laps to go, I'm just not sure the time is there for them drivers to be able to work their way up through the field.
Yeah, you know, I agree. If it comes down to 10 to go and you lose the lead, I mean, I don't even think I would bother pitting at that point. I mean, like you said, there's not enough time to come to the field with 10 to go, especially with a track like this. It's super hard to pass at. So I just feel like at that point, I wouldn't really see a reason to pit. What do you think?
No. If I'm still running first, second, I don't see a reason at all to pit. If you could, go check the YouTube and see if the ticker's working correctly for you up top. Hearing reports from Kelly Coffey that the ticker isn't working.
Okay, I will go do that right now.
It looks to be fine on my end, but that don't always mean anything, as we're seeing a battle for the lead right now. The 114 is underneath the 14. Do what, Jason?
Right now, it doesn't show anybody any like differences between leader and the people are showing, but the people are showing never started the race either. So once it recycles through, I'll let you know. Okay.
As we see, the 114 is going underneath the 14. As the caution's out on the speedway now, there's going to be about... Yeah, I mean, it looks fine on my end.
Yeah, it's good. It just, I think it's the people that didn't grid or didn't start the race. It's just showing a dash.
Oh, right. So it has all their names on there, too, that's flooding it. So, look.
Yeah.
To counteract that, we'll just go with the side one. And we'll leave that up. And don't leave it on screen as much. Then you can see everybody and see everybody's time. As caution's out on the speedway. And, oh, no, I'm seeing Scotty Stevens is the one that went around. Did he get help from the number 8 right here? Number 8's diving down low underneath him. As the racetrack gets small right then, 8 washes up a little bit and just takes out the 2 car. As we're actually going to have a quick little word with Scotty Stevens. He might not be a happy camper right now.
If I had to put my money on it, yeah, I'm assuming he's not going to be too happy.
Mr. Scotty Stevens, I'm sorry. I know I ruin your live stream when I pull you up like this, but just saw you in the 8 tangle right then, late in the race. You're running 3rd, 4th, 5th. Talk me through it. What's going through your mind right now?
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I came down on him or if he overdrove the corner there. I think those guys are on fresher tires than I am. I'm just trying to hold them off with the laps winding down.
So I was trying to compare pit times. That's another reason why I actually want to talk to you. Did you take 4 tires already?
Yeah, I took 4 tires, ran lap 35, lap 40.
45 is what I was saying. If that was unless you came in for not just tires at that time.
Yeah, it might have been 45. I pitted early, topped off. The fuel came in a little bit later. Took tires, hoping it would go green. Let all these tires fall off, but it seems like tires ain't falling off. one bit. Even on fresh rubber, it seems like I'm slower than I was when I started the race. I don't know if I am or not, but definitely feels like it.
It's looking like you're top 3 right now. I'm not sure. They are not going down pit road, but I think the 114 has taken his set of tires already, or at least 2 tires. But Christian Pittman has not taken his, and Alex Coffey hadn't either. Scotty, you get that car fixed, get back up there, and maybe you can get you a good top 10 at least.
Laps winding down. It's kind of tough to pass on this track,
Well,
especially these cars.
be a happy camper. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. You got this, boss. You'll have to reshare your screen with Matt Gardner in the stream. I do apologize. But good luck to you, Scotty, and maybe we'll be talking to you at the end. Maybe a miracle happen. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
So he wasn't too.
Yeah.
He wasn't too mad. I thought he would be a little bit more animated than that, but still.
Yeah, you know, I like what he said when he came in here, though. He didn't just, like, flat out accuse the number 8. He just kind of said he wasn't sure what happened, and I feel like that's a respectful way to go about it, because, you know, obviously when you're inside the car, you can't see much, so it's hard to tell whether you came up or came down, and especially even if you know for sure you didn't move your line, we haven't mentioned it a lot, and I'm knocking on my desk right now as hard as I can because netcode is a thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As we are getting close to the 10 to go, and as many of our longtime viewers know, we like to do something a little different when we get 10 to go. You see that FiveKings Network logo down at the bottom right? That's going to change over to a BAM Racing Videos logo, because BAM Racing Video is the presenting sponsor for our 10 to go. You like sim life, you like sim racing, we have you covered here on the FiveKings Motorsports YouTube channel. But if you like real life short track grassroots racing, no matter if it's asphalt, dirt, it don't matter. I've even seen school bus figure 8 on BAM Racing Videos YouTube channel. If that's what you like, real life short track grassroots racing, BAM Racing Videos is your one-stop shop for anything in that type of category. If it's short track racing, you can find it on BAM Racing Videos, and we thank them for being a presenting sponsor here on FiveKings Motorsports and the FiveKings Network. And while we're already shilling, if you could slap that like button on the YouTube channel, it helps us out a ton. We are currently right now also at 69 subscribers. We're on the road to 100. We're trying slowly but surely. We're getting there. Each and every like, each and every new sub, it helps us out tremendously. And also, every time we get that, Jason Raymond runs around his house in his underwear. So if you just want to envision that, slap that like button.
No,
Thank y'all. As we are getting ready to go back.
Nope, I'm cutting you off. I do not do that, so I'm not sure what he's talking about. Every time you slap that like button, I do get a little excited though.
As you see, lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to be 12 to go, 11 to go at the line, folks. You got Connor out front in the 114. Christian Pittman firing off on the outside row number 1, and I'm still got my eyes peeled back for that number 7 backwoods get money machine of Alex Coffey. As the 114 gets a great jump, but he's not a league member. He don't know the rules. He can't do that. But what can you do now in a fun run? You can't DQ him. It's all 114 out front right now. Got the 8 to his inside of the 14 as the Christian Pittman gets the momentum he needs on the outside, as we are now at the 10 to go, presented by BAM Racing Videos.
You know, you said you had your eyes on the number 7 machine of Alex Coffey. I'm looking back. Look at 6th place. We got Chris Carroll. He's trying to make you run that pink car.
I think the laps are gonna. Yeah. I'm just hoping the laps run out at 99. I love. Oh, he's gonna get 2 spots right here, but get a 4X. But man, oh man, and he might lose it. Man, all he has to do is get 1 more position, folks, and he'll be in the top 3. I'm just not sure how many incident points he has right now. So we're gonna go back and watch, see what happened on this crash.
So it looks like the 8 got into the wall and coming out of turn 2, and when Alex Coffey tried to pull out, hard contact. Oh, he's upside down.
Who was that? Who is that? It shows the 51, but that.
That's the 36, I believe. On iRacing, I believe it's a 36 machine. Yes.
So this is the 8's point of view, and then we're going to go back and watch the 36 point of view.
Oh.
So Ricky Springer right here, now just keep in mind, folks, he has a 99 of Chris Carroll underneath him. So he doesn't really have nowhere to go right there. And
hard contact. That's a vicious hit right there.
it doesn't look bad in sim, but I promise you, or in the replay, I promise you it was a really, really tough lick. That car is hurt right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, if this wasn't a sim, if he was in that car, I'm sure he would be too. That was scary. That was a big hit. But as I was saying, I'm not sure if Chris Carroll would have got a 4X. 'Cause, I mean, it didn't look like too hard of a contact, did it? Do you think he would have got a 4X or maybe just a 2?
It may have just been a 2, but sometimes iRacing's weird. It could have been a 0, could have been a 2, or it could have been a 4. We're not going to know until the end of this race, as I'm hoping the lights go off on the pace car this time around, but they probably won't. I think we're going to have one more lap around, as this right here is the 7 to go click. Let's see. Lights stay on the pace car.
We're winding down these laps here, and you gotta assume that at this point these guys are. I feel like this is a point where it starts to get more aggressive, and these guys are going to the front, and it's gonna get action packed here.
Absolutely.
It's been action packed already, but it's gonna get even better now.
You got Connor in the 114. He's on 2 tires. Christian Pittman's on old tires. Alex Coffey, he told us he didn't take tires. It's a toss-up now. I don't know if we talked to him after that. I don't think we did, because he pitted just on lap 35. So Alex Coffey is not on fresh rubber. He's also on old tires. And then you got 99, Chris Carroll. He started in the back tonight. He took my challenge. He was last season's champion. Won 6 races. You know, with about 6 to go. Probably going to be 5 to go when we do take the green flag here. That 99 is going to try to charge forward. And I'm worried for Alex Coffey, because he's going to start to the outside of Alex as the lights are still on the pace car.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. This is a long caution, man. I'm not sure if maybe we're just thinking that 'cause we're winding down here, but I just want to say, every time I hear that Chris Carroll's a season 1 champion with 6 wins, it makes me upset, man, because I couldn't win a race, and I got sick of looking at the back bumper of that car.
Hey Jason, who won the second to last race of the season? Hell, I can't remember.
I think it was some dude named Tanner Marr.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Though.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But then we got to touch up on who won their first ever race the day after that.
Oh, it was driver number 14 right there, Christian Pittman, who won the Tour Mod race at Lucas Oil.
Nope, that was the 44 machine of Jason Raymond.
Buddy, I think you must have fell and bumped your head, got a concussion or something. I don't remember that one.
Oh, okay, well. All right, can't even show the youngest member some support. I see. As the lights are finally off on the pace car, I feel like that caution was like a year long.
It was about as long as how old you are right then, it felt. As Matt Gardner.
Wow.
Matt Gardner in the chat says, let's go Pittman. Folks, going to be 4 to go when we take this green flag. It's going to be a shootout. Are the cautions done? Are we going to have another caution? You got some really aggressive drivers within the top 6 right now. I can't really say Jason Day's aggressive, but Jason Day will do what he has to do to try to get a win. We know the 114 will be aggressive. We know Christian Pittman will be aggressive. We know Alex Coffey will be aggressive, and we know that 99 will be aggressive. We know Zimmerman will be aggressive. You got a lot of aggression up on the front and towards the front of this track. As the 114 gets a great jump, comes up in front of the 14 again, lane change rule, and that 99, I think he's going to be battling to the outside of Alex Coffey right here. Alex Coffey still has the position right now, as he's going to try to clear the number 99 right here, as they are doing that drag race again. Let's see if Alex Coffey is able to clear the number 99. He is, but then a crossover move. 99 is going to look down low. This is the race right here for a little bit of bragging rights. We got a little bet going with Chris Carroll. If you're a late viewer, he started in the back of the pack. I told him if he started in the back and came up and finished within the top 3 with an 8X or lower, then I would have to run a pink car next season at some point. So that's the bet we have right now. Alex Coffey is a teammate right now. He don't even know it. Alex, make that number 7 wide, baby. As you see, a battle up front. Christopher Pittman has looked underneath Connor. Connor is on a little bit fresher rubber, but maybe he has used more tire already. As we're seeing a battle right now, Christian Pittman is giving Connor everything he can handle. White flag is out. This time around the track, it's still Connor out front, Christian Pittman in second, Alex Coffey in third.
And yeah, you know, I was just letting you go along because you were doing a good job. And look at that, Christian Pittman on the old tires. And you know, you mentioned, oh, the 114 drops off the pace down on the apron. That moves Chris Carroll up into third. Oh wow, that's a turn of events right there. But I was gonna say, I wonder if the tires kind of evened out. But coming to the checkered flag, Christian Pittman will get it done tonight as he sends that car for a drift down to the inside.
Christian Pittman with the race win, and this, oh, that might be a 4X for Chris right there.
Oh, there's more. He just got hit again.
Oh, please tell me he didn't finish with the. Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me. We gotta look. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see how many incident points Chris Carroll got. Chris Carroll.
Where is he?
He ended with 8. Exactly 8.
Wow. Oh. Wow.
What a race. What an absolute race. And Alex Coffey, thank you for the shout out for FiveKings Motorsports on YouTube. Thank you for that. And congratulations to Christian Pittman as he's burning it down. Remember, this winning moment brought to you by BAM Racing Videos. That's Christian Pittman, race winner tonight for the FiveKings Motorsports Iowa 100. As we talked to him earlier, we're going to talk to him now. We actually talked to all 3 of these drivers earlier. We're going to talk to Chris Carroll right now. And I'm not a happy camper. I cannot believe the 114 pulled off the track. Chris, how much did you pay that driver?
He ran out of gas, apparently.
Man, oh man, what a turn of events. I truly thought with that last restart, Chris, you starting 4th. It looked like the high side was the preferred lane on the restarts. What else did you need to happen right then to have something for our 2 leaders up front?
I needed more tires. I used them up coming through there, and I didn't have much left. And I made it up there with a 4X, so I think I stole that bet right at the end.
You ended the race with an 8X because you got queued at the end, but yes, because it was an 8X or under, right? And you ended with an 8X, so you were good.
Yes, sir.
I hate you.
I love you, Tanner Moore. Why do you hate me?
In all seriousness, though, very, very impressive race. And this was actually a really fun race to call. I hope you enjoy it when you go back and watch it. If you do go back and watch it, I think you will enjoy it. Great race tonight, Chris. You got any sponsors or shout-outs you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I got to thank, I think I thank you guys for putting this on. It's super fun, always doing this stuff. And do my best to put on a show for you guys, you know. That's the goal. But I got to thank Pit Lizard Performance. I got to thank all the guys that are watching, my spotter, Larry Bell, and all my friends that watch the broadcast. So appreciate all the hard work, Tanner Moore.
Absolutely, Chris. And thank you for coming out, buddy. And thank you for coming out tonight. Also, congratulations on the season. And I'm sure we'll be doing battle, and I'll be chasing that 99 next season as well. I guess it ain't going to be pink now, though.
I'll be seeing that pink guy ahead of me. Maybe we'll see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure, but anyways, Chris, congratulations on the podium tonight, brother.
Hey, 10-4, buddy. Thanks for all you guys do. You and Josh giving us a place to race, man. It's super cool.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Mr. Raymond, you got our 2nd place finisher up in the booth right now. He was not happy earlier, but he prevailed like I knew he could and knew he would. 1 spot short, but Jason, you have the honors.
Alex, this is Jason and Tanner up in the booth. You get a copy?
10-4, I got you.
Yeah, so like Tanner was just mentioning, we talked to you earlier on, and you were a little upset with how stuff was going, and you said your focus was just to get back to the front, and it looks like that's exactly what you did. What more did you need to get up to Pittman and contend for that win?
I need a little more on the restarts. Just the jump that they would get, it puts you in such a deficit down the straightaway. It's hard to catch back up. But I think if we had a few more laps, I could have reeled him in. I had a run earlier behind Pittman, where I was kind of reeling him in a little bit, but he was quick for sure. Then I had Carroll behind me. We all had a good run going, but I knew the 114 was short on fuel. He had messaged me the last restart and warned me that if he ran out of fuel, he was going to pull low and get out of the way. So, I hate it happened to him, but I guess I saw it coming. So,
Yeah, well, that's definitely a polite thing for him to do, message you to warn you. And, like I said, great run for you and bringing home P2. Who do you got to thank for your strong run tonight?
I'd like to thank my teammates tonight, John Curtis, and Marcus Miller, Bill Miller 7 on the sim, and also my mom for watching and y'all for putting on the broadcast and everything. So, yeah, we'll be back for the season coming up, and hopefully we can get a few more guys in here. We had a pretty good field tonight, so if we can have a season full of that, I think it'll be a great show every week.
Well, Coffee, and don't forget, next week is the money race. We're going to the Charlotte Legends Oval. I know you cut your teeth in the Legend cars on a track very similar to that, Atlanta Motor Speedway. So I look to you to be a contender next week for a little bit of cheese on the line. But tonight, brought home P2, and maybe next week you can best that spot by 1.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely try to at the Legends Oval. It's tight quarter racing now, so ain't no telling what happens. We'll just go into it and try to be fast and be there for the win at the end if we can.
Right on, buddy. Congratulations on your run tonight, and we'll be talking to you next week, I'm sure.
10-4, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, and then there was one. We saw him have some issues early in the race. Pulled him up not once, not twice, but 3 times. It was 3 times the charm before we got the interview. Hopefully it don't work that way this time. Mr. Christian Pittman, you're in the Five Kings Network booth, buddy. You're live. You got a copy.
I got you, Tanner.
So, Christian, we watched, like I just mentioned, you got in a little bit of tussle earlier. Tried to climb up, maybe to where the campground is. I'm not sure. If that wall wasn't there, I'm not sure where you would have ended up. You battled back through that, had a meatball flag, had to just wait and pray for a caution that finally came. And then we talked to you. You said if there was a caution with about 20 or so laps to go, you intended on taking tires. But there was a caution. You didn't take tires. What made you sway that decision making?
Right after we had interviewed, we had talked about the fresh tires, and I took off on that restart and ran my fastest lap on lap 71, and then I actually ended up running my true fastest lap on lap 97. So the tires to me weren't falling off as bad as we anticipated. Over 15 lap run, yes, the older tires were wearing quicker, but on a restart, it was like I was almost able to drive it in harder than anybody else was. So I felt on that last restart when I was chasing Connor, I felt like we had a little bit faster car than him, and then we were able to look underneath him with 2 to go, and then 1 to go, I got up underneath him, and right when I got underneath him, he hollered out that he was running out of fuel. But I think even if he didn't run out of fuel, I think we had a really fast rocket ship on those last couple of restarts.
Absolutely. We saw, so we actually went back to put the camera on Chris Carroll for a second because we knew he had the freshest rubber. And then we looked back and you were neck and neck with Connor and actually muscled the lead away from him. So, Christian, that was a great run. I'm not sure if you know or not, but next Monday night we're going to the Charlotte's Oval for some money. You won $15 iRacing credits tonight, but next week's going to be for a little bit more money. How do you think you're going to fare at a track like Charlotte, but not the big track, the small Legends Oval track?
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of like me and you's home track, the fairgrounds where they run at the small Legends Oval. So I think it'll be an exciting race. I think that race will really not be about who can run the fastest lap.
Oh, absolutely.
It needs to be the most patience, because that track you're talking, you can barely go too wide to those corners in these late models, and you're not going to have much time to pass. So I think you'll have a lot of impatient guys knocking them out of the way. And I think that whoever can avoid the mayhem and make it through will be able to win that race. So I am excited for it, but I'm also a little bit nervous for it because I do know what's coming. That's going to be beating and banging.
Absolutely. It's Demolition Derby Racing. It's what it's going to be next week, folks. You can catch it at the same place, same time. Christian Pittman, you won tonight, the FiveKings Motorsports Iowa 100. Who do you got to thank for putting that 14 in victory lane?
My grandparents, as always, my dad and my girlfriend, FiveKings Motorsports, MF Racing Designs for the paint scheme, McConey Setups for our setups, and the butt kicker for providing us with these wonderful butt kickers. I'd also like to thank you and Jason for the broadcast tonight. And then, of course, you and Josh and everybody over at Crooked Line who gets these seasons together for us. We really enjoy it, and I'm excited for a new season to start here in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely, right on. Thank you, Christian, for the kind words. Congratulations on the win tonight. And I'm sure tomorrow we'll be back on track. I actually get to race tomorrow in the Bristol Tour Modified race. Going to be live on the OSR network. So excited to be racing tomorrow. So we'll see you then, Christian.
Oh, yeah, hopefully we don't run out of fuel, you know?
Right, exactly. Good win tonight, brother, and we'll be talking to you later.
Thanks, Tanner.
All right, folks, you see it right there on the screen. That's your top 18 finishers tonight. I think tonight was a success. Christian Pittman ended up making a pretty bold statement. That's a powerful win and a powerful statement when you can win on old rubber. And not only that, Alex Coffey, he had old rubber as well. He put it P2. Chris Carroll had fresh tires. Last season's champion was not able to get up there and get around those drivers. Jason Day brought it home 4th. Brian Zimmerman 5th. Scotty Stevens 6th. Josh Sexton 7th. John Curtis in 8th. AJ in 9th. And Ricky Springer in that 36 machine. He rounded out our top 10 finishers here tonight. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back live this Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, I do believe, for the Apex Sim Racing Daytona Clash. It's going to be a season opener for them guys. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you could, slap that like button on the YouTube. Also, if you could, hit that subscribe button. Each and every sub counts. FiveKings Motorsports. We're on the road to 100. Thank y'all for tuning in. Jason, thank you for joining me in the booth. Until next time, we'll see ya.